Challenger. What do you guys expect will happen with this series?
So I messaged Rise again today, and I was like, do I bet my rares on you? He seemed pretty confident,
Okay.
So there's that. If you want to believe in a Rise, which I didn't actually bet any rares, because their odds were pretty swayed.
They were
15%.
15?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's a lot lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nikwa?
It's gonna be a hard game. They could upset. I will be surprised if they do, because they seem to have a problem closing out the games.
Yeah.
Like they had a pretty big lead against Navi, I think, and they couldn't break high ground.
True. Yeah, that was actually their problem, and also like one of their problems seemed to be, at least on Monday, that we saw them as well. Their draft was. I mean, they lost their drafter and their in-game captain, which is a pretty big deal.
You're talking about the Luna game against Undying.
A Luna game against Undying. I'm talking. Yeah, they had two series that kind of felt shaky, and like losing your in-game captain and your drafter is just a pretty big deal. And I think it takes quite a long time before you get a stable
like
one.
when they relied on mind control to do so much playmaking. Like every time we've seen him in the past, he literally just goes into the jungle and just creates this pressure on the other team where maybe it'll just take them a while to get that back, and we'll see them again stronger. But it's been like a week and a half maybe since the new roster. So.
Do you feel like because maybe mind control is now gone, that Arise is now the playmaker? Is it kind of like he needs to get a Magnus otherwise, or a Magnus type hero, like a playmaker hero, otherwise they might not be able to close out the game?
It's gonna be hard. I mean, if he gets Magnus, he can do pretty insane stuff.
Yeah.
And like mind control was a really good player too, so it's hard to take his position too. And you know, I don't know.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it will.
I think, having like Shaklo is a brilliant offlaner. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he is.
And he's filling in for them for mind control real well. But the impact that he has, the pressure that he can do, might not be as at the same level as mind control.
I remember watching Shaklo. I think at first it was TI qualifiers, I believe.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, and he was playing Axe like every game when like nobody played Axe. And we saw him play Axe again, but I think the little tiny nerf to Axe actually does make a huge difference, especially on like a core hero. You know, if they nerf your core hero, it gets pretty hard.
And especially in like, you know, in pubs it might not be as big of a difference, but people in professional play, when you're playing a pro match, your reaction time, like you're on the ball. You're going to be able to be ready for that Axe. You're going to be... And I mean, it's a vision game as well. It's not just the nerf to Axe. It's also that you've got the Beastmaster with extra vision. We still see Night Stalker quite a bit. We had Night Stalker yesterday for Alliance as well.
It's going to be a tough game for basically Unknown, I think.
What do you think will happen then?
I still think they can do an upset.
Okay.
I really do. Like, if they get their draft the way they want it, if Alliance don't give them enough credit, you know what I mean? If they say, okay, we have 80% chance of winning this game according to bets. You know what I mean? Like if they underestimate them, and basically Unknown get the draft they want, because if they get the Magnus and their melee core, like we've seen what they can do in the past. Like they just destroy games with it. I don't know. 1-1 is mine.
What do you think, Nika?
2-0 Alliance.
2-0 Alliance, no doubt in your mind.
Yeah.
It probably is the safe bet, but Alliance just came off a loss against maybe against Virtus Pro. I mean, if you are going to get a loss as in league play, doing it against a TI invited team, not the worst thing to happen. Especially not playing even. I mean, they still got to win as well. It's definitely not bad.
I think they're professional guys. They'll.
You don't let that phase you at all as a player. You just come off a loss. Doesn't matter.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
No.
But does it?
Like, is there ever that one game you're like, oh, we could have won?
I don't think it does.
Okay, fair enough. And do you think that banning out Lone Druid and Nature's Prophet, is that the answer for basically Unknown here as well?
It depends. If they have some strats to shut down the Lone Druid, if they let him through, I think it's fine if they do. But if you get both farm on Sylla and another hero, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah, that is... probably. I mean, if you're going to get farm on
I think the scariest thing if you're playing against Alliance is if Bulldog gets the farming hero and Pycat also gets his farming hero, and then they put load on like the Space Maker, like the Centaur or the Brewmaster or something like that. That can be terrifying to play.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess basically Unknown. I mean, I'm going to assume that they just watch the game as well. Yeah. So they may be having a better game plan of what they are going to do against Alliance, because they just saw Alliance lose, so they might know now how to beat them. Gonna force Pycat on the puck? Sorry, that was really mean.
The burns.
No, it was. I mean, like I said, it was basically G playing really well
And the supports.
and getting a lot of help from
Yeah.
supports as well. A lot more than Pycat got, anyways.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But I mean, what kind of heroes are you looking forward to see on Pycat this game? Is he going to play Mirana again? Was that like a pocket strat type of thing?
He has played before.
Yeah.
As Jaskier also said, he likes the hero a lot. And
His most played hero.
yeah, they might pick it. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick a cop or something for him.
Yeah.
He really likes that hero also. I think they're going to pick a cop this game.
Going to pick a Quap this game.
Yes.
I think Queen of Pain still is the hero that is 100% pick and ban in this patch as only hero.
What? All
wouldn't be
right. So
surprised.
say when they're drafting, is there any like kind of heroes that go with Quap? Like, is there anyone like the go-to support hero, say, for example, or is it just dependent completely?
Not really. Like cop is really strong lane, and
Like
so it
we've seen,
doesn't-
like say for example, basically unknown. They picked Quap Lina, like Lina support, like, so, and they just for the pure damage on BKB carriers.
Yeah,
That was in
that's
the
true.
troll era
Yeah.
still.
Then you need an Ags on support lane
Yeah.
also. So, and Lina really wants the Yules as first item, so
True.
you need a lot of farm then.
So because the games are shorter, it's a lot harder to do that.
Yeah.
We are, by the way, slightly past schedule. We're supposed to start about 6 minutes ago, but we are still waiting on Arise.
Oh really?
And until he is ready to go, we cannot go because I believe he
he's
is the
sitting there.
drafter right now. Yeah, well, he might be sitting there, but he might not be actually sitting at his computer. He's in the bathroom.
You know what they should do?
More information, guys. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, Shiver, that's enough information. Okay, so he's actually in the toilet. We know Arise
On
in.
the toilet. Don't you say on?
No, in the toilet is the whole room. Like, I'm sure he's sitting on it, like. Oh my god.
It's great. No, never mind. So
You were gonna go even deeper. I don't
let's
want to
not
know.
do that. No, but of course, Arise. I mean, key player. Is he now also the drafter? I want to know.
Yeah, he drafted for them the other day.
Yeah.
I remember Owen was actually in his Twitch chat flaming him about his drafts, and I don't know if I was Owen, I probably wouldn't do that. Like,
There were some smashing heads
maybe.
threats made, perhaps. No, Arise is actually a really nice guy.
He
guys.
is. He's a big, cuddly, furry man.
Yeah. Although I have to say, can we bring up Arise's picture by any chance? Because
Don't judge a book by its
don't
cover.
judge a book by its cover, but I still want to show the cover because it is an interesting cover. Because he doesn't look very friendly. He looks
Well,
a
in
bit,
fairness, all right. So the sun's in his eyes, so he's probably been in the sun all day.
and the sun is very low, so it might be morning.
Yeah, it's probably morning.
And people
He just woke up.
Generally,
and some
people are
guy's
not-
like, we need a team photo to send the DreamLeague. And he's like, oh no, I just woke up, dude. And then they take a photo. And the guy who's taking the photo, he doesn't really like him that much either.
I think it's a selfie.
How is that a selfie? He has both his arms by his side.
You only saw his shoulders. He can be taking
But
a selfie
you
like
can
this.
tell by the
No, you
shoulder.
can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
Your arm is raised.
Can we go back to the picture? Why is the production getting? No, I think you. Okay,
You can,
they don't.
they don't want to give us the picture again.
They don't. No,
No, we're not getting the picture
we're
again.
not getting the picture again.
I don't know.
He could have taken us. I think it was a selfie.
What do you think, Nico? All right, look.
Oh.
Look. All right, now.
You don't see his arm. Look,
Oh,
it
yeah,
could have been a
okay.
selfie.
Okay, it could have been a selfie.
But it looks like a selfie.
What do you
if
think?
you look really well, like, come on, who is gonna take this picture?
Maybe he has the same problem I do. They can't smile, like on cue.
I think it's a selfie.
Nico, final vote. Who do you side with?
I don't know.
Selfie or not selfie?
Selfie.
Selfie. Oh my god, you had to side with Shiver. Why?
It's a good choice. It is definitely a good choice. We lost our network connection to Dota, it seems. Never mind,
really?
It's already back. Yeah, I saw a big yellow bar that is normally the bane of my existence, apart from when I'm finding a match. Because it's also a big yellow bar.
Well-
It's maybe slightly green.
You said you lost all your games today, so maybe it is a bane of your
All my
existence when
games
you're finding a
today.
match too.
My games were not great today. It was not amazing. I lost all my games.
We have the like our internet's so terrible in our house. We have this like, okay, so you think Sweden, you think good internet, yeah, Nico?
Yeah.
Generally,
No,
no.
no. We had this
It
like,
depends on the provider.
yeah, we
We tried all the providers. This is the best we can get. Apparently 4G is the best we can get. And if I get ping, which is high, I always get exactly 1,000 ping. Not a ping below or under 1,000. Well, actually, I got 917 at some point.
That was a...
Doesn't count.
No.
1,000 ping.
Don't ever come to Sweden again. The internet's terrible.
It's all a lie. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a marketing stunt,
It's
to
all
be
marketing.
honest.
Well, Finland doesn't have good internet either. So
Really?
I can't even get enough upload speed to stream.
Oh, that's actually really bad.
Like at all? Is it just because of the area where you
the
live?
area
or-
where I live, mostly?
Do you live like in the countryside or?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in the Netherlands, we have the same thing. I mean, my parents, they can't get higher than like 0.6 upload or something like that because they're not connected to the main network because they're living outside of the...
Yeah, I thought
Live
Ireland was bad. We have like
places,
20 upload
village.
is the max. And I thought that was bad, but apparently not. We're living the dream.
Living the dream. We're also living the dream because we're loading into the game. Yeah, finally. That's
Well,
good.
sort of, not really at all.
No, I didn't make my prediction yet.
Yes?
I did get my prediction right for the first series. So hereby I get a free pass to get this one right as well. Or just free pass that I can get this one wrong because I'm thinking I'm going to get this one wrong. Because on one side I want to say...
No, do you know what you did though? You separated this show into two shows, into two halves.
I did.
So that you
There
were
was a
right. You were
bumper.
right on one show, and then the next show you can be wrong. But you can always say you were right that show.
Oh, fair enough. I'm thinking it's going to be 2-0 for Alliance. Also, I think you should pick up the box. Yeah, the box has a graphics card in it. It is a GTX 980.
Wait, can I make it like?
Very charming. It's a Poseidon one. You can water cool it if you wish. You don't have to. You can win it by going to facebook.com/ROG Nordic and vote for your MVP of this week's league play. And your MVP
Do you wanna
or
hold this
the
time?
MVP will be chosen
hold the
by
graphics card.
No,
Niqua.
I'm good.
And out of all people that had it right, ASUS will select a winner and will be sending the graphics card. And mind you, it has to be the MVP of this week's league play, and you have to put in your motivation as to why you think that it is your MVP.
I was like, I was rubbing balloons for ages today. Do you think that's fine?
Perfect. There will be no static, no shocks. Everything will work just fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Promise.
Don't worry, guys. We'll make sure it works before sending it. I'm sure ASUS will make sure
Yeah,
it
they
works
will,
before
yeah.
sending it, by the way, because I can't, because I don't have a proper computer to put it in. And otherwise, if I would probably keep it.
Shameless.
No, it is not shameless. It is, I mean, I'm just telling the truth.
Just literally steal things
No, borrow them for my time in
permanently.
Sweden. No, it is time for our first game of our second series. It is Alliance versus Basically Unknown with Odie, Pixel, and Draskell.